Hello, everybody. Just wanted to drop a note and remind you all that my old book about women's safety, Stalked, What You Can Do About It, is back on Amazon. It is back on sale, and none of the profits go to me. They all go to either printing more books and donating them to women's shelters, colleges, and high schools, or they go back to doing a documentary about how you can stay safe. I've caught some comments about why I'm specifically talking about women's safety as opposed to men's safety, and when we talk about dating safety, dating profiling, why I'm not talking about LGBT or men on men dating. It is of no offense, but we all have to pick our war horse. We all have to pitch our battles, and my windmills is about women and children's safety. That is what I have chosen. That's what something I know something about. And to my gay friends, I can say that dating safety is all about common sense, and it doesn't really differentiate if you're male or female. The problems are the same to a degree. But we will hopefully have a little YouTube chat at some point in time with some of my better known friends, and we will explore that and have some Q&A. If that's something you want, you may want to do a little note down online down here below and let me know if that's something I should start setting up and have maybe a weekly, monthly. But women and children are the most vulnerable in our society today, and they are not being safer by what's going on in California and other states. I am seeing a deterioration of law enforcement powers, rights, area jurisdictions. There's all these nonsensical things going on, including the early release of rapists and violent felons, and it is frightening me. I have no political opinion. I think that would be highly inappropriate. But I am seeing a lack of common sense being displayed by the society, our leaders, and people in general, with a whole lot of memes going on that is taken away from the very basic fact that we need to protect women and children. They are the physically most vulnerable in our society, and that is me as a man. That is my task, is to protect women and children. And you, as a man out there, if you're a soldier, a law enforcement, or a police officer, if you're a firefighter, if you are a guy, if you believe a little bit of chivalry, regardless how unpopular chivalry may have become for all the wrong reasons, in my world, and this is my world, women and children still goes in the lifeboats first. And that's why I wrote this book, and that's why I have another book coming. And I want to give young girls especially, and women in generally, and everybody completely, a very simple to read, common sense, point by point, read it and implement it in your life about how to stay safe. And it is very simple to enhance your own safety a lot more than you're doing. Basically, stop looking at your phone when you cross the street, when you walk around, when you're in parking structures. Put your phone away. You can stand still somewhere you're safe and you can text. You can do it in your car, you can do it in your home, you can do it in your bathroom. But put your phone away when you're out and about. Don't run the stop signs on your bicycle because you might get run over. Danger is in a lot of things. Don't post on your Facebook or your YouTube or Instagram that you're going on holiday for 2 weeks. Because guess what? Criminals watch for these things and will then break into your house. Don't always post where you are if you may have some jealous or crazy admirers following you. Don't tell everybody. Tell them after you've been there. You don't want to put everything out there, whether you're famous or you are just a cute girl from Arkansas or you're a hairdresser or whatever you are. You never know what kind of crazy people are watching. And the same thing if you have children. You know you are a little paranoid for your children. You baby them. You should do the same thing for you, because there's nothing more important in my world and as my world than keeping women and children safe. And I think if we can't lock them up, at least what I can do is write books, explaining to you how to stay safe. And here's the saddest thing that happened. Last time I was lecturing at a college here in California, I always bring my books and I give them out when I talk about safety or security. When I talk about history, they're going to have to buy my books because they're expensive. But when I talk about women's safety and security and well-being and mental health, I always bring my books and give them out for free. And I remember a young girl, I offered, well, take my book and read it. And she looked at me like, no, I can't be bothered thinking about that. I have enough on my mind. And I thought to myself, this is your life. This is your safety. This is about all the bad things that can happen to you. And I am betting everyone out there knows somebody who was raped or assaulted, and some of them was because of a significant error of judgment, of hanging out with the wrong people, of not taking the right precautions, or just not thinking ahead. And we have to start thinking, because our schools, our media, and everything is doing everything it can to distract us from thinking. And that's when we start getting hurt and run over, because all of a sudden we don't know. If you study history or you study how to basically keep yourself safe, it's up to you first to keep you safe, to tell your children how to be safe. Then it's up to the rest of us, hopefully, to be there if something happens or to prevent it. But stop reading the memes, stop reading into what all the silly press and professors they say, and start reading what's really going on and what you can do for your safety. And who in government is standing up for your safety? Who is standing up for enforcing the law and law enforcement? I think it's very important that everybody start doing a little bit of soul searching and say, do you believe what you believe because it's in the media? Because you've heard it somewhere? Because there's a little clickbait somewhere telling you so? Or do you believe what you believe because you have actually seen it in effect? You have studied it. You have seen both sides of an argument. And your safety comes down to, have you studied and looked into what little it takes for you to keep yourself safe in your home, at work, in the gym, everywhere in the world? Because you need to start taking charge of that. And you need to step up for those who are willing to put themselves at risk or in the line of fire to protect you. Everything is connected to everything else. And that was a long speech that I did not intend to give, because basically I was going to do some shameless self-promotion and say, go on Amazon and buy my book and read something and watch out for the next book. Sorry, everybody who knows me knows when I start talking, I don't stop, but it comes from a good place. And like I said, it is important that women and children kept safe, because those are the ones bearing our future. Maybe we should do some Q&As, some live streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, do some things once a month. If that's something you guys want to do, click, let me know, let me get some likes, follow my channel, and we'll see what we can do about that one. In the meantime, buy my book. Merry Christmas.